I'll be there.
Okay, no, it can't be threes. It's gotta be twos.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
We have an odd number. It's not a big deal.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna ask you guys one question, and I want you to tell your partner, I want you to answer this question, and the one person, whoever's not talking, I want you to write down their answers, and then after about 30 seconds, we're gonna switch and do it again, okay? So just start talking off the top of your head, say the first thing that comes to mind. All right, you ready? Here's the question. Tell me about yourself.
Everything pisses me
Okay, switch.
My name is Michael. I work for Alaska Companies. I'm a Ware College. I went to K-State.
Me too.
My favorite color in Lawrence is purple.
Me too.
I spend a lot of time on my job, but I really like working with people.
All right, I think that's been enough time. All right, back up here again. So,
Writing verbatim.
what we're going to talk about for the next 5 weeks is selling to different personality types. The question I just asked you is a way that you can very quickly and easily get a pretty good idea of what personality type you're dealing with. So who talked about relationships? I heard Keith talking about, well, I'm a family man, I've got kids, I've got this. Who talked about achievements? Okay, but those are some simple answers that we can look at. We're going to dig into this more in the next 5 weeks. But why do we care about personality types and why does it matter? So, our buying decisions are different. I mean, I was kind of talking to Dennis Bishop one day and he was telling me about the Subaru buyers. They come in, they want this information, they're never happy, they go away, they come back, they want more information, they're never ready to make a decision, and they go away and they come back in and they hand you the money and they're ready to go. That's the C-type personality. And if you know that, you can give them the right information the way they want it and the way they need it. So their buying decisions are different. And their decisions can be driven by either a need, I need something, or I fear losing something. So knowing their personality type will decide how we need to sell to these people to give them what they want. And it's going to help us connect with the client on their terms. So I know my personality type. I don't want to know about your family if I'm trying to buy something from you. I want the facts, I want the details. Whereas, so when people come into our shop and they want the facts, the details, they don't care about my family, they just want to know what they're getting, Melissa steps out of the way and says, here you go, Matt. But if they come in and they need somebody to wrap their arms around them, learn all about their family, become their best friend to where it wouldn't be awkward if they invite them to dinner one night, I send them straight to Melissa. So we know our personality types and we know who we deal with because that person wants their arms wrapped around them. I'm not the guy you want. If you just want the straight facts, I'm the guy you want. So it's going to help us connect with the clients on their terms, but we have to know that and we have to recognize that right away. So this will overcome that frustrating client. Who's had a client that is just frustrated the crap out of you? You just can't get through to them. You know, their personality type, you can get to it. Like Dennis and the Subaru owners, they frustrate him. But now, if he knows what to deal with, he can just hand them exactly what they need, move right on. It's not a personal issue, it's they need certain information. And finally, you can anticipate the client needs. If it's me coming in, and you see me again, you know I'm going to want more information, so just have it for me, ready to go. And if you think you've given me enough information, you haven't. So, there's a lot of reasons why personality types matter, and if we know these about people and our clients and even ourselves, we can help serve them better. So, there's a whole bunch of different personality tests you can take out there. There's the most common one is probably the Myers-Briggs. This is what most people see and what they've done. There's Enneagrams, color test. StrengthsFinder is another good one. That's for ourselves. It's not really a personality type, but it helps us find what we are really good at, and then we can avoid the things we're really bad at. But the one I'm going to focus on today is the DISC profile. And I like the way this one works and the way it kind of sets everything up, so I know the most about that one, and that's kind of why we're going to talk about it. So, how many's taken a personality test? How many takes everyone you can get your hands on? I do it. I learn something about myself every time, and I highly recommend doing more than one because you're going to learn different things about it. So, all right. So the DISC profile is what we're going to talk about here. And the first one is the D trait. The D is for direct driver. It's that person who's always pushing forward. They're the ones who want to be in charge. So who talked about achievements, awards, and activities? Paul?
I think.
Wendy? Yeah. If you spent most of your time talking about achievements, awards, and activities, your dominant personality style is probably the D or the driver type. And so you really want to be known for your achievements. Now, the second one is the I or the inspiring. So if you talk about stories and backstories, kind of like I heard Bob talking about there, I don't like this, I don't like that, those are your stories. So you're probably an influencing type, and your number one thing in life is you're looking for activities and fun. And then the S, steady, stable, secure relationships, kids, family, pets, friends. These are what drives you, is those relationships with people. And so your number one thing in life is a relationship. And these are also the kind of people that, if it ain't broke, don't fix it type people. And then C, this is the last one. Compliant and controlled. Now, did anybody else say, look at this and go, why? What does he want to know? What's he doing?
It's pretty difficult.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not my exercise. It's
Your reaction is why? What do you want? You're a C. So that's my reaction to everything. Why? What do you want to know that for? What are you going to do with it?
I didn't realize we were that close, man.
Yeah. That's why we get along so well. But the interesting thing is, well, if you find two people alike, like two D's, they're going to butt heads hard. You get two I's, they're going to be best buddies. They're going to love on each other, they're going to have fun. Two C's, I used to work with a girl, we were both high C's. We would get into these arguments, and people would see these arguments, and they would just turn around and walk away. Because we weren't arguing about who was right, we were arguing about who was more right. Because we both had all the facts, we were both correct, but we had to be more correct. So, these are the four things that are all put together, and they're not just one is your dominant type. You've got multiple, all these come together in different levels. So when you get a profile like this, oops. So this is my profile. Oops. Slow. So this is my profile. And the way this whole test is done is you've got your public perception. That's what you put out into the world. When you're at work, this is how you are. This is what happens to you under stress. In stressful situations, you behave differently. We all know that. And this is what you are at home. So when you look in the mirror, when you're at home and you're relaxed, this is your profile here. So you see with me, I'm an OKD. I want to be in charge. It's my second highest one, but not so much. But my need for information is incredibly high. That annoys most people, it frustrates people. It's only about 10% of the population. But knowing this about myself, when I look at our marketing strategies, if it doesn't work on me, there's a good chance it's going to work on the other 90% of the population. And if I market to myself, I'm marketing to 10% of the population. And that's a bad thing. Now looking at me, what happens under stress is I've always known that I'm really good under stress. I make decisions, I get things done, I move things forward. When shit hits the fan, I'm the guy you want in your corner. But it's because my need for information goes down because I've already collected it, and now I've started making decisions on it. So that's my personality profile. It explains a lot about me, and if you know me, it won't surprise you at all. So as we move forward, in the next week, we're going to talk about the D personality and kind of what drives in, what the motivators are. And then the next week will be the I personality, then the S, then the C. And we're going to talk about the personality drivers, how they make decisions, how you can communicate with them, and then so you can give them what they need, and so they can buy from you. So, did everybody figure out what their kind of main personality style was based off that exercise? If you're confused, come talk to me and we can kind of figure this out and kind of work through it. Because if it's not clear, you probably got two that are fairly close together. But knowing what your personality style is going to help you interact with somebody else.
Is there a place we can take this test?
Yes. Just Google DISC.
She needs information.
She needs information, I know.
I've actually taken this twice. If you can take it, it costs like $20. I already have this information back.
Yeah.
It's just asking for public knowledge.
Yeah, just Google DISC. It's like $20. Well, as I'm doing the C, I'm thinking about Sarah. I know Sarah's a C. I wonder what her answer is going to be.
I probably have that test blank,
Okay.
if anybody wants a copy. We do.
It's a really good one. You get like a 40 or 50 page report that describes all kinds of stuff. All right, so what questions do you have about the DISC profile other than where can I do it? And if you need help, if you do take it, you need help working through it. I was actually certified in it for a little while, not anymore. But she said, of course, I know. I need more information. How can I get more? I know. All right, so the next 4 weeks, we're going to really dig into this more and really understand ourselves and how we can work with other people. So make sure you guys know what your personality style is so we can use that and you can think about that going forward. All right.
Awesome. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Matt.